What is up, Boston Silk Scarf fans and PGL fans alike? Welcome to our Season 3 Week 1 Team Builder video where we're going to be going over the Pokemon and sets that I'm bringing to my Week 1 battle against Vinny, aka SupahGassy, in the New York Shelmets. They are the GBA D-League champions, so they're like a crazy good, or he's a crazy good battler, and his draft looks freaking scary too, so it's going to be a really tough battle, but we're going to be going over all the things that I'm going to be bringing to that battle, and hopefully I'll do it as quick as I can, give you guys as much insight as possible at the same time, though. If you guys do end up enjoying these team builders, you want to see one every single week, please go ahead and shield bash that like button, because without your support, I probably won't do these anymore. So it's really up to whether you guys want to see it or not. Make sure you show that support if you do. But anyways, I am so excited for Season 3 of the PGL. It's a dang shame that we have to go up against, like, the hardest team, or hardest, yeah, Vinny's just crazy good. It stinks that we have to go up against him Week 1, but we do, and we're going to try and, you know, start the season with a victory. I know I probably say that every season, and we hope for it every season, but I think that we need to, you know what I mean? Like, we need to start off strong because last season we didn't do very well, so we need to come out swinging this season and really just show them what for. And we're going to do that in this video. But first, I want to say I am not the greatest competitive battler in the world. I am still learning every single day how to competitive battle. I don't battle enough to be good. I only battle when the season for the leagues that I'm in starts, so I still have a lot to learn. If you notice something that looks funky, you want to point it out, go ahead, do that in the comment section down below. Try to be respectful, because remember, I'm still learning. I will take your suggestions. If you guys have cool set suggestions or cool ideas, please go ahead and leave that in the comment section down below as well. Keep in mind, however, that this is a league format. So let's say, for example, I got Gengar up on the screen right now. Let's say Gengar, you normally run Energy Ball for coverage. Just make note that since this is a league format, I know relatively what my opponent is going to bring, or at least what he has on his roster. So I might not need Energy Ball because maybe he doesn't have anything that Energy Ball hits or something like that. You know, just keep that in mind that it is a league format. So anything that you see that I brought is probably for a specific reason, and it's not just because I'm just a weirdo. Although it could be that too, because, you know, like I said, I'm not the greatest competitive battler. But keep that in mind. Keep that on the back burner, and still, either way, leave your set suggestions down below. I really appreciate it. But let's dip on into this. I want to start things off by going into what Pokemon I think that Vinny will bring to his draft here. And while I do that, I'm just enlarge this and move that over. Hope you guys don't mind. Boom. So now it's a little bit bigger. You know, let's go bigger. Let's go big or go home. Go big or go home. Okay. Boom. Okay. We're good now. We're good. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. All right. Let's move to it, because I just want to make sure you guys can see everything better. So I think he's going to lead with, or not lead with, sorry. I think he's going to bring Mega Altaria, Mamoswine, Zapdos, Vaporeon, which is funny because those are the first 4 on his sheet. I think he's going to bring Emboar. So that's 5. And I think he's going to bring Skuntank. You might be wondering, why the heck would he bring Skuntank? Well, I have a Gengar in a Victini. I think that a Sucker Punch Pursuit Skuntank is definitely coming, because it would do pretty good to both of those Mons. So I have prepared for that, and I'll show you how as we dip into this. But those are the Mons I think: Mega Altaria, Mamoswine, Zapdos, Vaporeon, Emboar, and Skuntank. So Mamoswine I see as being a potential Stealth Rocker. Actually, it probably will be what brings Stealth Rocks to the team, or to the battle. So it's probably going to be a Focus Sash set or something along those lines. Zapdos, I could see it being run defensively, maybe. Or maybe Scarf, because the Scarf would be pretty scary. Vaporeon, obviously, you know, basic Vaporeon stuff. Mega Altaria, gosh, I really don't know. That's going to be scary. I don't have much for Mega Altaria. I do and I don't. It really depends on how he runs his Mega Altaria and how he uses it, because I do have Fairy Tail with Play Rough, and it's going to do a large amount, but these things are normally defensive, so I don't know if that's the most ideal thing. Sludge Wave will do like 98%, so we got that going on Nominee. But let's move on over. Stop talking about his draft, talk about mine, and go. We'll go from there. So, sorry, this is like one of my first team builders. I've done them in the past, but not in this league format, in a different league format. So, bear with me as I try to figure out how to do this. Let's move to my team. We got Gengar, aka Nominee, from Kingdom Hearts. But anyways, let's move on over. We got, man, I said move on over like 8 times in like the past 20 seconds, but we've got Nominee. She's running the Life Orb just to make all of her moves hit extra hard, because I really want to make sure that Mega Altaria goes down with an Oko, because if not, it can set up and it can roost and all the scary stuff that I don't want to happen. But we got Sludge Wave. We decided to go Sludge Wave because it's got 95 power as opposed to 90, I believe. Let's double check that. Sludge Wave has 95 as opposed to 90. So like I said, I'm going for the Oko on that Mega Altaria so that it won't be able to set up. So hopefully Gengar will stay alive long enough to take on that Mega Altaria. I am mega grossed out that I just said that, though. We're packing Shadow Ball just because it's stab, and there's not really too much that you could bring that Shadow Ball would hurt, but it's in case he brings Behem, which he could bring, or Gourgeist. I don't think he'll bring either of those, but I feel like it would be silly not to pack it, because, yeah, it would be silly. And then, because there is Emboar, but Sludge Wave is for Emboar, really, so we don't even need that. So yeah, that's what Shadow Ball's there for. It's a big what if. It's what if he brings Behem, or what if he brings Gourgeist, but those things probably won't happen. We're moving over to Thunderbolt now, which is only here for Vaporeon or Braviary if he brings Braviary, but I think he would bring Zapdos over Braviary 9 out of 10 times. So that's what the Thunderbolt's there for. Should do around 70 or more percent to the Vaporeon, depending on how he's running it. It's just it's there for coverage. So pretty much Nominee is being used as a coverage mon to hit hard and to hit as many things as possible. The nice thing is that Nominee is it's faster than all of his mons. So his fastest mon is a base 100 Zapdos. So all we have to do is outspeed that Zapdos, which is great. And that's what Nominee is doing here. Packing that Will-O-Wisp. You might be wondering, why the heck is there a Will-O-Wisp? Well, Will-O-Wisp is really just for Skuntank. So, like I said, he might want to Pursuit or Sucker Punch trap my Gengar or Tyrion, the Victini. So I went ahead and packed Will-O-Wisp. So in case I'm in here, he switches into Skuntank. I can go for a Will-O-Wisp on his Sucker Punch. His Sucker Punch fails. He's burned. Now I can switch out. I get Pursuited, but it's not going to do nearly as much as it would have done if he wasn't burned. So that's the whole point of the Will-O-Wisp. It also could be nice to get off on the Mamoswine too, so there's that. So that's pretty much Nominee the Gengar. She's running, some crazy numbers. It's just enough to like outspeed the Zapdos, Timid Nature, things like that. And then I threw the rest of them, like the rest of the stats in like defense and HP, just to make us a little bit bulkier while we could. And it looks crazy, but there's reason to it. So let's move on to Tyrion the Victini, the fan favorite, at least my personal favorite. I I draft him every season. You guys know that. We're moving on to him. He's looking mighty fine with his adamant nature. He's just fast enough to outspeed things with his choice scarf. I don't think he's gonna bring a choice scarf Zapdos, but if he does, I think it will outspeed Victini with these stats, which stinks, but it's the risk I'm willing to take. So that's why you're seeing like not maxed out speed and things like that, but it's all right. I just want to make sure he was fast enough to outspeed who I do think is going to be scarfed, which could be his Mamoswine or his Emboar. Could end up being scarfed, in my opinion. I'm just looking through the list, yeah. So I think either his Emboar or his Mamoswine could be scarfed this matchup. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. I think that's it. So I wanted to make sure that my choice scarf Victini would be enough to outspeed a choice scarfed Emboar or a choice scarfed or Choice Scarf, the other thing I just said. I don't know why I'm blanking, guys. A Choice Scarf Mamoswine at Timid and Jolly Nature, or actually Jolly Nature for both of them. Jolly Nature. So it's just enough. They cap out at 145, I believe, max speed. So I went 146, threw on that Choice Scarf, and we're going from there. So should be good. So we'll outspeed those things no matter what. I'm packing V-Create, Bolt Strike, Zen Headbutt, U-Turn. V-Create obviously is going to do a huge amount to anything he brings. If he brings Clefable, it's going to do a great amount. If he brings Gorgeist, it'll do good. It's going to hurt so many different things on his team. It destroys Skuntank. The only thing is Sucker Punch, we have to be careful of. It even does a good amount to Emboar, but we also have Zen Headbutt for Emboar, which is going to destroy Emboar's day, depending on how he runs the Emboar. We got Bolt Strike for the Vaporeon. V-Create against Mamoswine will wreck Mamoswine. We just got to be careful for the Sash. Sash Earthquake could be devastating. And then Mega Altaria, Victini doesn't really touch too well. That's the biggest concern for Victini. Biggest concern, yeah, is definitely Mega Altaria and Vaporeon. If Vaporeon is down like 30%, 35%-ish, we can go for a Bolt Strike and take out Vaporeon. But other than that, I don't really want to stay in on Vaporeon because I don't want to let Tyrion go down too early. So there's that. But U-Turn is just there so I can switch out if I need to really fast. You know what I mean? Like if I lead Victini, I can go for the U-Turn, not worry about anything. Especially if he goes lead Mamoswine, because then we can break his Sash that I think he's going to bring. Who knows? But yeah, I think it could be a good way to break his Sash. So that's Victini for you. He's looking pretty good. I think he's going to do a lot, especially with the boost from the Mega Charizard Sun, which I guess we'll move over to that. It's a pretty simple set. It's just Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Defog, Roost. It's really just like I brought Defog in case he ends up getting rocks up with his Mamoswine. You know, obvious Roost. Solar Beam is really there for Vaporeon, should do around 88%, something like that. Fire Blast, obviously I need to bring some sort of fire move with Drought being up, which in case you guys didn't know, for some reason, Drought brings, you know, it makes the sun come out, and Sun boosts fire type moves. So I'm sure you guys knew that, but I figured I'd throw it out there in case you are a total Pokemon noob. Yeah, that's what Drought does. So it's going to boost our fire type moves, which makes Tyrion's V-Creates do a whole lot more, and our Fire Blasts do a whole lot more. So 110 Fire Blast is nothing to laugh at, but we're running just a full speed, full special attack, because I want to make sure that if he does bring that Zapdos, we're at least going to speed tie it. We got the Timid Nature, and yeah, because I can see it coming down to like Zapdos, Charizard, and like whoever, you know, speed tie, whoever gets it off first, you know, gets the other one, but whatever. But yeah, pretty simple Charizard. It was just kind of there because I don't think I'm going to need Charizard for this battle. I just think that I'm going to need him to set up the sun, and then he can do whatever the heck he wants the rest of the battle. He can go sit on the sidelines if he wants. It doesn't matter to me, but as long as he brings his sun, we'll be happy. I also brought Banjo. Now, this is where I have a little bit of question in my mind. We got Banjo, who is impish, because I want something to sort of try to tank hits from Emboar, if possible. Also try and take some hits from Mamoswine if need be, stuff like that. So that's where Donphan comes in. Plus, you know, Skuntank, it takes some hits from that too. So kind of running him a defensive set this time around with 252 in defense, 252 in HP, 4 in attack, impish nature, pretty basic, sturdy leftovers, stealth rock, rapid spin, stone edge, knockoff. So you're probably wondering why rapid spin and defog. It's just in case one or the other goes down. I always have a backup because rocks on my team are pretty scary. Really don't want rocks to get set up at all, but if they do, I want to make sure I can get rid of them as soon as possible. So that's what I got here. The stealth rocks, I probably won't need to set them up this game, but they're there just in case. I went for Stone Edge instead of Earthquake because I want to be able to hit that Zapdos or Braviary, depending on if he brings either one, as well as, you know, Mamoswine, things like that. I think even the Emboar, you know, it just is a better bet. And maybe even if I can hit his Mega Altaria before it Mega Evolves with the Stone Edge, would do a pretty good amount. Now, my last move, Knockoff, I don't know if I'm going to take Knockoff or Play Rough, because Play Rough is just that extra move that that extra move that helped me take out Mega Altaria if I needed to, and I feel like it might come down to that. So I'm very much considering taking Play Rough over Knockoff, because Knockoff is only really there just for just to get knockoffs off. You know what I mean? Like I don't even need it. You know what I mean? Like I could knock off a Choice Scarf off of like Emboar, but there's not really a point because I made sure I outspeed Emboar with Victini. And yeah, so and Zapdos is the only thing that like I really could knock off if it was Choice Scarf, that I feel it would be pretty important to do. I'm trying to think of anything else, but I think that's pretty much it. So I probably will just replace that with Play Rough. I've kind of convinced myself. Because, if that Mega Altaria, if it comes down to Mega Altaria, at least I'll have Play Rough and it will really hurt that thing. So, yeah, pretty much basic Donphan set. That's the Charizard. We're going to move over to Fairy Tail the Grand Bull, who is Choice Banded and Intimidate, because intimidating that, Emboar, intimidating that Mamoswine could be really good. Let's see what else. Intimidating the Skuntank could be good. Even Mega Altaria, if it's a return instead of Hyper Voice, and I think most people run return Mega Altaria, so that Intimidate's going to come in huge handy, especially if maybe he has 1D Dance up. We can go ahead and Intimidate, and it's just going to lower that stat a little bit. We can even switch. We could even switch Fairy Tail out for Donphan, and then switch back into Fairy Tail and get another Intimidate off if we have to, or something like that. I don't know. It'd be crazy, but it's an option. So we got Fairy Tail running the Ice Punch for those flying mons. We've got Play Rough for the Mega Altaria, and Play Rough is going to do a very good amount to Mega Altaria. Even if it is defensive, it should do like 70 or something like that when I calculate. Earthquake covers quite a bit of mons, and Thunder Punch for that Vaporeon. So if you didn't notice, I'm very confident in the mons that I think he's going to bring. I really think that what I said is what he's bringing, and that's why I have so much coverage for those things, because I sort of this week really was thinking like, what would be good against my team? Like, what is he going to bring? So, which I feel like everybody does, but I just really focused on that, and I think I've like locked in what he's bringing. You know what I mean? Like that Zapdos, it's pretty prevalent to me. Like that's what he's bringing. I don't think he's gonna bring his Clefable, even if he did. Victini handles that thing till tomorrow. It's looking good for us. Like I'm pretty confident that that's his team he's bringing. Maybe he'll throw a curveball out there. I don't know, but all these coverage moves are just really because I have a feeling. You know what I mean? So we got Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail is gonna do massive damage with 252 into his attack of 120, and ran a lot in HP just to bulk him up a little bit with some in special defense. Probably should have put that in defense, but I don't know. At the same time, if he's out on like Vaporeon, I want him to be able to take those Scalds a little bit better. Hopefully he doesn't get Scald Burn, because that'd be awful. But that's what Monty's here for, and we'll jump into that now, I think, because that's pretty much it for Fairy Tail the Grand Bull. I think he's going to be a key player this season, especially this game. I think that he's going to be super clutch because he learns so many great moves, and he has some good abilities too. So move over to Monty, the Shiny Umbreon, really basic, or really just a Cleric Wish Passer kind of thing. Wish, Toxic, Heal, Bell, Protect. No offensive moves, so it's going to be interesting. Really just there to take special hits and even some physical hits. That's all he's really there for. I don't want anything getting burned or anything getting, like Scald Burn, like I said, because that Vaporeon's going to be scalding, and if something gets burned, I want to be able to have Monty come in and heal Bell that away. So that's what Monty's here for. There's not really anything else for her to do. She might be able to tank some hits from Zapdos, set up, throw a Toxic on it, and just protect Wish, and just whittle it down. That's about it for Monty. She's really just here to heal up some peoples who might get low and might need it. So that's it. That's it for my team. I hope you guys did enjoy my week 1 team builder of the Boston Silk Scarfs. If you did, don't forget to shield bash that like button if you do want to see more of these. Wish me luck in the comments section down below. This is going to be a crazy hard match. Let me know if there's anything you see that I might have did wrong. Yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Tomorrow our match goes up from when you're seeing this. So, see you later, guys. Till the next one, stay frosty. Peace out.